We all have that curiosity, don't we, about public figures, people whose whole careers demand they're always on, peak performance. How do they manage that intense pressure alongside, well, private health struggles? It's a balancing act most of us can barely imagine.
Oh, it's more than just balance. Often it's like a complete rebuild of who they are.
Yeah.
And sometimes the biggest statement isn't some official press release,
Right.
It's about what they don't do, or maybe how they decide to celebrate getting better.
Exactly. So today we're diving into supermodel Bella Hadid's recent 29th birthday. She shared quite a bit on Instagram, lots of photos.
Hmm.
And yeah, on the surface, you see friends, balloons, cake, the usual stuff. But we want to unpack this photo dump because we think there's a really powerful statement in there about recovery, about priorities, and maybe the radical choice of just peace over performance.
Yeah, our mission here is to look past just the aesthetic, the pretty pictures, and really get at the meaning. Why did she choose to keep this birthday so deliberately low-key? And you have to, immediately set the scene. The context is absolutely crucial here. Bella was celebrating after this private, decade-long battle with chronic neurological Lyme disease.
A whole decade.
Yeah. So this wasn't just turning 29. This was celebrating after intensive treatment. She was in Germany for it. And finally, as she put it, feeling good.
That context just completely changes how you see it, doesn't it?
Totally.
I mean, for someone whose professional life was all about spectacle, huge runways, global campaigns, constant travel, choosing a quiet backyard party, that's arguably a huge decision.
Especially when you think about the pressure, maybe financial or PR pressure, to make every big life event into something bigger, something monetizable. And that's where we start digging in, really. This low-key party, it wasn't a failure to celebrate properly. It feels like a very deliberate, quite powerful choice, designed to focus on loved ones, on physical recovery.
Right.
I mean, if you look into chronic neurological Lyme, managing symptoms often means minimizing stress, minimizing stimuli, loud noise, bright lights. That kind of thing is paramount.
So the party itself was maybe part of the recovery.
It seems like it. This gathering prioritized health, happiness, putting those things way above any sort of external show or extravagance.
It does make you wonder, though, doesn't it? For a supermodel who could have any venue, any theme, is this super intimate, low-key thing just another kind of curation, like a pivot towards a wellness brand look?
That's a fair question, definitely a critical lens to apply.
Yeah.
But when you look at the details she shared, the moments that seem genuinely unguarded, it feels more like necessity than just branding.
Okay.
And the people there, her inner circle, like her longtime best friend, Hailey Bieber, that really reinforces that sense of genuine, needed support.
Yeah, Bella called her friends the cutest girls in the world. And you do get that warmth coming through the photos. Intimacy becomes the main ingredient for recovery almost.
It really does. When you're dealing with a chronic illness, that support system is just everything.
Yeah.
And that system, those people, they dictate the whole atmosphere. Hailey Bieber being there is quite telling, I think.
How so?
Well, she's obviously a huge celebrity herself, right? Yet she was apparently the life of the party, but dressed totally down. Just a classic white T-shirt and jeans.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That outfit choice, from someone equally high profile, it really underlines the message, doesn't it? This wasn't about showing off status or clothes. It was just about being there, being present.
It sort of strips away all the high fashion stuff.
Exactly.
Creating a real sanctuary just among friends, which is precisely what someone recovering from a neurological illness would need, that safe, low-pressure space.
And if we follow that thread of intimacy, it leads us to the actual setting, the activities they did.
Okay.
The sources show they still wanted it to feel like a celebration, but they did it in this really relaxed but still chic way.
Right, not sloppy, just relaxed.
Yeah. They had the fun stuff, those huge 29 balloons, champagne bottle balloons, but they balanced that sparkle with this really cozy autumn theme. Very warm.
And her birthday's in October, so they leaned into that. Added a fun, festive twist with Halloween elements, but again, not like a big, loud Halloween bash.
No, exactly. And this is where you really see the contrast, I think, between her old life and what she needs now.
Yeah.
The main activity. It was a simple pumpkin decorating session.
The pumpkin decorate.
Yeah, think about it. Someone who spent a decade flying around the world, performing for huge crowds. The chosen activity is sitting in a sunny backyard, doing something slow, something creative.
It sounds so simple, but actually, that's perfect low-pressure shared fun, isn't it?
Totally.
It encourages focus, creativity, but without the physical drain or the emotional stress that could easily trigger symptoms of a chronic illness. It's
Yeah.
like self-care disguised as a party game.
It absolutely is. And that
Mhm.
shift from needing high definition perfection on a runway
Mhm.
to like getting artistic. The details they shared are just great.
Okay, this is the detail that really makes that whole pumpkin thing memorable for me. They weren't just carving, triangle eyes and spooky mouths. They were actually showing off some serious artistic skill. And one pumpkin, apparently, had a perfect replica of Bella's signature cat eye makeup look.
Wow, really? That's amazing.
Isn't it?
That detail kind of confirms two things, I think. First, yeah, they were really into it, having a genuinely creative good time.
Mm-hmm.
And second, they're sort of acknowledging her public image, but gently, affectionately. It's like a playful nod to the Bella Hadid icon,
Yeah.
but in this totally relaxed, private space.
Which actually brings us really nicely to the main event, maybe the centerpiece of this whole story, the birthday cake.
Ah, yes, the cake.
Because in the context of her recovery, her transition, the symbolism on that cake feels really significant. It wasn't just cake, was it? It felt like a closing statement.
Let's break down the cake's iconography then. It was bright red, covered in candles,
Mhm.
projecting energy, vitality, looks great.
Yeah.
But it's the specific picture they put on top that really grabs you.
Right. It was a specific throwback photo of Bella walking the Victoria's Secret runway.
Mm-hmm.
And that image, it's not just high fashion. It represents the absolute peak of that high-pressure, highly visible, physically demanding part of her career, the very chapter that probably made her health issues worse.
And this is the connection. Lead right over that image, that picture of peak performance, was this phrase. Fun, maybe, but also undeniably final. That's all, folks.
Wow, that's all, folks. Like Porky Pig at the end of the part two?
Exactly.
It means the end of the show. Curtain call. It's
Yeah.
so definitive.
It's a pretty stunning, very public declaration of a transition, isn't it? If you put that phrase, that's all, folks,
Yeah.
together with that specific VS runway photo,
Mm-hmm.
the message seems crystal clear.
Yeah.
She's explicitly saying, I'm closing the book on that chapter.
Yeah.
That high-pressure chapter, the one that maybe wasn't good for her health, this cake became like a monument to setting boundaries.
A public commitment.
Yeah, public commitment to prioritizing recovery, peace, joy over the demands of that specific career path anyway.
Mhm. It's quite a beautiful contrast, really. Celebrating turning 29, sure, but maybe more importantly, celebrating the guts to close such a huge door and really commit to the next healthier phase.
Mhm.
And the sources do confirm the overall vibe was just fun. A surprise party, silly photos, real connection. It does make you think nothing really beats celebrating those big moments with your best friends.
It really shows that spectacle can be replaced by substance, can it? The celebration was a deliberate choice, it seems, to celebrate the sheer joy of feeling well, rather than just ticking off boxes of public success.
Yeah.
And that contrast, the high-stakes runway photo next to the finality of That's All, Folks, it lists this birthday beyond just celebrity gossip into like a genuine case study in personal commitment and healing.
So if we sort of pull back and wrap this up, the big takeaway from this deep dive seems to be the real power of setting conscious boundaries. This party wasn't just, oh, a quiet get-together. It feels like a very public statement that health and recovery have to come first, even when your whole world, your career, demands constant visibility and performance.
And that really brings us to our final thought, something for you, the listener, to maybe mull over. Given that decade-long fight with chronic neurological Lyme and the incredibly intense, high-profile career she had, what does choosing That's All, Folks on a birthday cake really say? What does it say about the perhaps necessary sacrifices a public figure has to make to truly close one chapter and dedicate themselves fully to healing? It suggests that sometimes, maybe the most radical act of self-care, and weirdly the most iconic statement you can make, is just choosing quiet joy, choosing private boundaries over the constant show the world expects.
That's a wonderful, really thought-provoking place to leave it. Thank you for digging into this with us today.
My pleasure.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.